The real reason why you're not getting more clients when you're running ads is very simple. You are not retargeting the leads, and in return, you are losing millions in conversions. With this video, that's what we will try to fix. We will make sure that by the end of this video, you know how to retarget the leads and you can get back those millions that you've been losing. Most constructions, they waste money on ads, but the ones that are making 2.5 million a month, they are using this retargeting strategy to turn lost leads into paying clients. Before we can go forward, let me just try to make sure that these things are quite clear to you. Have you been running ads on your side and you are getting the leads? Don't get me wrong, you're getting the leads. You're getting people that are sending inquiries. You're getting people that are showing interest. However, these people don't actually convert at the end of the day. Does that happen to you? Now, I'm guessing if you are watching this video, it does happen. But please drop it in the comment section because I want to know if it does. Now, the reason why that is happening, if people are not getting onto, or if people are not purchasing your product or your service currently, it may be because of a lot of reasons. First one, maybe they're cooking and then the pots are burning. They have to go and check the pots. Maybe they were still unpacking stuff and something fell. They had to go pick up that thing, and then when they came back, they forgot about it. So there's just a lot of things that could happen in our daily lives, which would mean that those same people will get to a point where they forget. You also forget. They can also forget. They are humans. Now, with that said, before I can go forward and give you the strategy, I want to make something clear. If you are someone that is looking for videos that have effects, that have background music, if you're looking for the Netflix type of content, unfortunately, this is not the right place. However, if you are looking for videos that have actionable steps, that have strategies that will help you to grow your business, and you are willing to stick around up until the video ends, I believe this is the right place for you. The information that we're going to be sharing here, if you use it the right way, if you listen to the video from start till the end, you will be able to take the information that we share here, you will take it and you will implement it. When you implement it, you are guaranteed to get the results. That I can promise you. So it's a matter of listening and taking the action. Because once you do that, as I mentioned, this is guaranteed. I know this works. There are people that have used this same strategy and it has worked for them. There are our clients that are also using this strategy. It also works for them. So we know it works. However, you need to pay attention. And with that said, let's just first of all start with why most companies, specifically why most construction companies fail with paid ads. The first reason, I guess I would say, 97% of leads, they don't convert on the first visit. And now that is something that is probably happening also here with you. You are running the ads, however, those ads, they are not converting on the first visit. You are not making, probably you do not know that there is a way to do that. But there's a way that you can bring them back. You can make sure that they convert, they come back to your ads again, they come back to your ecosystem up until they convert. There's a way to do that, which is what we're going to be diving into. Here's another thing. Without a retargeting strategy, businesses keep spending on cold leads instead of turning warm leads into paying clients. With ads, when you're running ads, just doing the targeting and all of that, that is a cold ad, and you're getting cold leads because these people do not know who you are. These people do not know what you do, how you do it, what makes you different. They don't know anything about you. So you cannot blame them for not converting. However, you don't need to spend more on cold leads. Instead, you are supposed to go way more into warm leads, which is people that have interacted with you, with your pages, with your business, with your business, with you in general, people that know what you do, how you do it, people that have clicked on your ads, people that have visited your pages and all of that. That is very important because the top 7-figure construction companies use retargeting ads to close more leads, to lower ad costs, and to scale faster. And that's what you also want to do. You want to close more deals. You want to scale faster. There's a reason why you started your business. There's a goal that you have at hand that you want to get to in the long run. I do not know it, but you know it. Now, for you to be able to get to that point, it requires sacrifice. And by sacrifice, I simply mean you need to focus on your marketing. And on your marketing, you also need to focus on ads. Or with ads, you need to focus on cold and warm leads. You need to bring the cold leads and turn them into warm leads. It's very simple. And with that said, let me just share the 2.5 million a month retargeting strategy with you so that you can know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why not to do it. You can have the full guide. You can have everything that you need to make sure that you make that 2.5 million a month. Guaranteed. We have 5 steps that you will need to take to ensure that this is good, to ensure that you reach this point. Because if you do not follow these steps step by step, the way that I specify them, then you are going to struggle a lot. You are going to say at the end of this all, I tried what you were talking about, but it did not work for me. Which would simply mean to me that there's something that you did wrong, you did not listen. So I need you to pay attention. Save this video, like it, do something, you just like the video, save it so that you can just keep on going back to it. Now let's just dive into step 1. So with step one is you need to start, or you need to install a tracking pixel for your Facebook ads, for your Google ads, and for your LinkedIn ads. Because get this, you can't retarget leads if you are not tracking them. So you need to set up your Facebook pixels, your Google tag managers on your website or on your CRM software. This will allow you to track visitors, to store their data, and to retarget them later. Without tracking these leads, you are losing thousands of potential leads every month. Now just try to digest that, because I think it's very important that you know that. You are losing thousands of leads every single month. Leads that could have turned into a 50,000 deal, 100,000, 150, 500, a million, 2 million. You've lost that just because of you are not tracking the leads, which is what you need to do. So that's step 1. You need to do that. Now, how do you do that? You may be asking. As I mentioned before, you need to install your pixels and your retargeting codes on your landing pages. And the best way to do this, it is always the software that I normally recommend a lot, which is called Go High Level. You need to use that CRM software because you will also store and you will also segment the leads for follow-ups. That's where you can start building your landing pages. That way everything is in one place and it's very organized. And when you now start to install those tracking pixels, you need to track every website visitor and lead submission. You need to track them, because if you are not, you are losing thousands. And I want you to keep on hearing this, because I want you to understand that you are losing a lot of leads. And with those leads, they could have turned into clients if only you started paying attention to them. Now, I understand maybe you did not know this, or you've tried it out but it did not work for you. But here's the solution now. We're bringing it forward to you. So take action. So let's just dive down into step 2. And step 2 also kind of continues with this, because with step 2, you need to retarget website visitors who didn't book a call, or didn't finish submitting the forms, or did not even book a consultation with your team, or a call out. You need to retarget those people again. So, because here's one thing that you need to know. Most visitors leave without taking action, and it's caused by a lot of reasons, as I did mention before. For some, they as I mentioned, they might be cooking, there's family issues, there's a lot that's going on. So you also need to understand that. However, as you need to understand it, you also need to retarget them. You need to bring them back to your ecosystem with high converting ad creatives. So basically, with ad creatives, you can show them client testimonials, project walkthroughs, and limited time offers to build trust and urgency. If you do not do this, to show your client testimonials, which now goes back to, you need to ask your clients to do a video testimonial for you. It goes back to that. You need to ask your clients to do a video testimonial for your company, to talk about their service with your company. Now, you can offer those clients a discount, so that you can say a 10% discount for the next service that they do with your company. That's what you're going to give them that if they do a video testimonial for you. For them, it's going to be a no-brainer, and for you, it's going to help you a lot. So it's going to be a win-win situation. Also, with your project walkthroughs, they will learn to trust you. They will see what you will possibly do for them, and they will love what you do. There are reality shows on television, on your YouTube, which, let's just make an example, where people are building houses. People watch those reality shows, and they use those same people for their properties when they need assistance, because they've seen what those people can do. Now they want them for themselves, because they trust them to a point where if they charge 100,000 and they have a budget of 50, they will make sure that they get that other 50. So you need to get to that point, and it all starts with retargeting them. So you can start setting up your Facebook, your LinkedIn, and your Google display retargeting ads for people who visited but didn't convert. When you're retargeting them, you can create a limited time offer ad for website visitors. For example, they can get a free 3D project rendering. You can just say that, or just say get a free 3D rendering, project rendering, and then book now. Just something like that. Just something like that to get them back to the ecosystem. Here's another thing. With those same ads, you also need to use carousel ads to showcase successful projects to re-engage the visitors. There are certain situations which get them to not purchase at that very same moment. Now, if you can start bringing them back, the odds are they are going to start purchasing. Because even if they were having a legitimacy kind of thing, the more they see you, the more they will trust you. That's just how the human mind works. The one thing that you see a lot is you tend to get used to it, and you end up enjoying it at times. So it's pretty much the same thing here. Now with step 3 also continues with this, because with step 3, we are retargeting leads who submitted a form but didn't close. And with step 3, also I have to go back to what I was saying before, which is not every lead is ready to buy immediately. So you need to constantly follow up with retargeting ads and email automations using Go High Level. So if you don't have the Go High Level, I would make sure that I leave a link down below so that you can just have I would get the 30-day free trial just for you to test it out. Within your ad, what you need to do is this. You need to remind those people of your offer. You can share your before and after projects, and you can address their common objections, which goes back to something that I said on another video. Hopefully I have dropped it before this one. But within that video, what I simply said was, you need to know your ideal customer so that you can know their common objections, you can know their pain points, you can know the language that you need to talk to them with. You need to have a language, or you need to understand their language and speak that same language. Run retargeting ads with customer testimonials and trust building content. You can do all of this. However, if your offer isn't tight, you will lose them again, which means you need to offer them a limited time discount or an incentive to push them over the edge. Your offer is what will make sure that you convert them a bit faster. So it needs to be a very good offer. There's something that a lot of people tend to not look at that much, which you should. And this also goes back to what we were talking about. It just continues with it. And this also goes to step 4, which is you need to retarget your past clients for repeat business or referrals. Your past clients are your best leads. They know your work. They know what you've done for them. They are your best marketing. They are your best salespeople, basically. So you need to retarget them with new offers or referral incentives. It could be a simple, do you want another project done? Retargeting ad that can bring in thousands of repeat business. Now, listen to that. Thousands of repeat business. Not 10 people, not 100 people, but thousands of repeat business. If you've worked in that certain caliber, retarget past clients with the special VIP discount for new projects. You can also run a referral ad where you can say get a $500 off your next project when you refer a friend. You can also send them an SMS, an email, and a WhatsApp message every month to stay top of mind. And you don't have to do this by yourself. You can automate it. As a construction company owner, what you need to focus on is very simple. You need to focus on what brings in the money needle and what you do best. And what you do not know how to do best, you should first of all automate it. Second of all, you should outsource it. However, in this case, let's just continue. Step 5. So with step 5 also goes back to what we're talking about here. But with step 5 tends to be a bit different, and I think we don't tend to look at this a lot. And by saying we don't, I also mean marketers too, and also business owners, yourself. You tend to not also notice this, and you tend to not do this. There are those people that are the best leads. However, you tend to forget about them. Basically, a lead who liked, commented, or clicked on your ad is interested. That is something that you need to have in mind. They wouldn't have clicked, they wouldn't have commented, they wouldn't have liked if they did not want it. Which means that you need to bring them back with another touch point. And this goes back to, you need to know your ideal customer so that you can speak the language that they speak. And when running these retargeting ads, you need to run retargeting ads with a strong call to action. You need to have your case studies. You need to show your testimonial videos of satisfied customers to build the trust. You need to run FAQ style retargeting ad addressing the common objections, which is frequently asked questions, by the way. You need to have your case studies. You need to use the one-click messenger retargeting ads to start directing conversations. You need to basically retarget with value-driven content. When you do these things will help you a lot. They will help you to scale very fast, as soon as possible, if done the right way. I cannot be able to share the whole entire information, unfortunately, in one video. That's why within the company, we have an academy. It's a free academy. We teach business owners on how to run their own ads, and we teach them all of this. So the link to it is down below. However, if you want to outsource this whole entire thing, you feel like you want to focus on what you know best, and you want to let the professionals, the people that know about this, the people that know best, the specialists, if you want to outsource that, there's a link also that I'll be leaving down below. You can click on that link. That link is going to take you to our website. You're going to click on that website. You're going to fill out the form. After filling out that form is going to take you to a booking schedule. You book on that schedule. And who knows, maybe you might just have the opportunity of getting on a call with me to see how we could possibly help you. Because unfortunately, we cannot help every business out there, which is a construction company. We cannot help everyone. We tend to try and choose the people that we work with, because remember, here this video is targeted people that want to make 2.5 million a month, which means we target people that we try to help people that we see that we can help them to get to that point. And with that said, are you using retargeting ads in your business? That is one thing that I want to know. So drop it in the comments below and let me know. Also, make sure you like, you subscribe, you turn on the notification, because in this channel, if you've seen this by now, we drop proven marketing strategies every week that will help you to get to 2.5 million a month.